We're talking a little bit about the history of the Golden Rule and the trip that the Golden Rule is on right now.
I'm a conscientious objector. I'm from Seattle, and I write a lot of songs about peace and justice. I actually came to know about the Golden Rule from the angle of another boat. It was the boat called the Phoenix, and I was singing for the World Friendship Center in Hiroshima, and heard about from a woman who's now 71 years old, who was a teenager when her parents sailed the Phoenix into the nuclear test zone. They met the crew of the Golden Rule, and after the crew of the Golden Rule was arrested and held in the Honolulu jail, the Phoenix took over where the Golden Rule left off, and they sailed into the Marshall Islands to continue the protest. So it was through that I heard the story of both ships, and I think it's particularly ironic and interesting that the Golden Rule, of course, is named for do unto others as you would have them do unto you, the references to that. And the Phoenix of Hiroshima is based on the myth of the bird that arises from out of the ashes of destruction.
So, Jerry, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes. Could you tell us a little bit about this year's mission of the Golden Rule and Veterans for Peace's involvement with this project?
Right. Well, the Golden Rule is a national project of Veterans for Peace. We're very, very proud to be sailing the Golden Rule. We are dedicated to abolishing war, and we oppose U.S. military intervention, both overt and covert, all around the globe. And we're dedicated also to the task of pressing our government to reduce and eventually eliminate all nuclear weapons from the entire globe. As you know, there's enough nuclear weapons right over here nearby at Bangor Trident Submarine Base to destroy all life on Earth. And that's really unacceptable and immoral and needs to be incredibly dangerous. And despite the fact that we somehow survived the Cold War without a nuclear conflagration, many experts believe we are in greater danger now than ever of having a nuclear war, a very devastating nuclear war.
What makes you inspired to be working so hard on this project?
Well, because in 1970, I started making what they call peace signs now, and I would make them out of plywood and paint them white and blue, and I would put little hangers on them, and I'd try and sell them to people, and I mostly gave them away. And I always thought that because when I was in third grade, a teacher read the Hiroshima story. I was inspired to feel that this was not a good thing. So my whole life it's been about protesting nuclear, really, because that is the most insidious poison spreading all over the planet, and it's affecting everyone. Every single creature of the planet, including plants, is suffering by it.
Let's ask Helen about what brought her to this mission.
When I was, 5 and 6 years old in kindergarten and first grade, we used to hide under our desks and play that the Russians had attacked us. So I had this, deeply ingrained fear of World War III and a nuclear exchange. I didn't think much about it until the Golden Rule came into my life. And in February of 2015, there was a call put out by Veterans for Peace saying we needed to finish this boat. It was so inspirational to me that I decided that I would just put my life into this, at least for now. And I was so deeply honored when I was chosen to be crew last year. So I was on the boat with Michael the entire year last year, and I'm following the boat this year as event coordinator and support person. It just feels right to put the wind in the sails of the anti-nuclear movement again, and this is a good way to attract the general public to this mission.
The Golden Rule, the Golden Rule, words that we had learned in Sunday school. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Met the Phoenix crew about halfway through. Both our ships moored in Honolulu. We agreed to do our best and try to stop nuclear tests. Neither ship did give way, but trials then kept us at bay. We made it just part way through, so now the rest is up to you. I didn't know when we set sail in '58 we'd all end up in jail, and I've been called worse than fool for sailing on the Phoenix and on the Golden Rule. It's up to me, it's up to you. Do unto as you would have them do. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Take a bow, Stern.
It's an old joke, don't laugh.
You're just encouraging me.